Okay, so welcome to uh, one of my early videos on this new channel. Just for you to recap on my current situation, I put in £450 into my trading account, and that was done in, let's say, late April. Okay, last week of April, put £450 in. So I've been trading it and had done pretty well. Now, the topic of this particular video is not a topic which most of these snazzy, super uber smooth traders talk about. It's about a losing streak. I want to talk about my losing streak, how I lost money. Okay, now, so if we go back to the 14th of May, which is just like a week ago, really, the market sort of spiked down and then came back up again. Now, when I saw that, two things really. Number one, I was in a position early in the morning after this drop, and I was very, very tired. Now, the funny thing about it was, I was so tired, I was actually lying in my bed, looking on my phone at where the market was going, and I was plus or minus about 40 or 50 pounds. And somebody said to me, just get out, you shouldn't. I didn't do my daily preparation, there's the thing. And so I hadn't realized how tired I was. When you do your daily preparation, and if you go to my channel, it shows you how to do that. You should always mark how awake you think you are. Anyway, I came out of my position. No sooner had I got out of my position, literally 30 seconds, possibly 60 seconds, the market tanked, went straight down, and then came up again. Now, this wasn't on any economic announcement. Okay. Now, what was interesting was that it didn't come on any economic announcement. I've seen this situation before. I'll talk about it another time, perhaps. I was very excited when I saw that because, first of all, I wanted to study this. What does that mean? What does it mean that the market pushed all the way down and came up? What does it mean? Okay, I'll tell you. Let's supposing, like me, who had come out of his position, you were long. If the market started tanking down and you have no, remember, whilst this is going on, you don't know where it stops and where it begins. So as it's going down, you probably are going to come out. It's going to either hit your stop or you want to get out before it touches your stop. Either way, you are now a seller. You are selling your position to a new buyer. It's very important to understand that. Let's supposing you were short when this happened. You'd be very excited. And as you shorted it, okay, and it was going down, you're happy. And if you want to get any profit as it was going down like that, you were buying it. Your buying was being met by the sellers who were having a hard time that the price was going down. Agreed? Good. As the price started coming up again, you, okay, as a seller, you just want to get out. You just want to get out, okay? And so you're looking for buyers. You're looking to buy, and you're also looking for sellers. And you've got a lot of sellers, yeah? They're going to sell you that thing, because you're going to buy yourself out of it. Either way, there's a lot of turbulence as that has been going on. So now, when you get that bar, you can be very confident that the market is likely, in all probability, to be up, to be going up. You can just pile in. Unless that came down for a particular reason which was announced to the whole wide world, it was perfectly obvious a nuclear bomb had gone off in Palestine or Ukraine. Yeah, great, be a seller, stay there. But if there's no rhyme or reason as to why that went down and now it's come back up again, you're a buyer. Buy it. Buy it. Obviously, you're going to set your stop there, because if it was to go down as low as that, that would be cataclysmic, wouldn't it? Look at this. It's just dropped almost 100 points, 80 points. Okay? You need to get your head around this, guys, if you want to make money. If you want to make money in this market, pay attention. Please, pay attention. Because I'm telling you my pain. Now, so I came in, I was a buyer, bullish, and I made my money on the up. Now, I had a little goal in mind, and that goal was, because my account at that moment in time was £1,000, and I wanted it to be £2,000, because on the weekend I'd gone down Brick Lane, and I was with my daughter, and I went to the vintage market, and I saw a gorgeous coat, and I wanted to buy it, but it was the most expensive second-hand coat, or as they call vintage coat. Most expensive second-hand item I've ever seen in my life. But I needed it, I wanted to buy it, because I bought a second-hand coat many moons ago, and it was quite fun. It was one of those days in England, as you know, around the winter time, where it was blue skies, it was very sunny. I just walked out of the house in like a t-shirt, only to realise it was still winter and I was freezing. I walked into a local charity shop to buy a coat, because I'd gone down to the shops by this point and I was freezing. And I saw this coat, it was fantastically made, and it was only going for £6.95. And I just put this coat on and I said, yeah, that will do. That will keep me warm between the high street and me going back home. Paid my £6.95, and I was happy. And it was a well-made coat, and I had that coat for 30 years. But looking at that coat, I decided that actually, even though it's a great coat, and many people have actually come up and complimented me on this coat, I hadn't the heart to tell them how much I bought it for. In fact, I spent more money on repairs on that coat than I did on the actual coat itself. But I realised that you can get a coat similar to that a lot better. But I visualised it. I'd never seen it. And when I went on that Sunday to Brick Lane in the vintage area, opposite the Truman Brewery, Old Truman Brewery, I saw that coat of my dreams, and it was going for £200 or £225. So my mission and my goal was to flip my account from £1,000 to £2,000 in a week, 100% in a week. And sure enough, I managed it. I actually managed to do it. And as soon as I hit that target, 2,000, it was about 2,100, I was like, yes. Made a withdrawal, 250. I went straight down to the Brick Lane market, bumped into the guy who didn't recognise me. Said, I want that coat. Bought it for £200, not £225. Yeah, bought the coat. Happy as Larry. Now, my trading account at that point was £1,850 for the money which I took out. And it was irking me. And you've got to be careful about this, guys, because we like to think in terms of rounded prices. You understand? So if you've got 1,900 and you want 2,000, that £100 is going to irk you. Or you want to buy a coat, also what I did, and you've got profits of £150, but the coat is like £200. Yeah, so you're £50 short. Well, that little want and desire to round up the price can cost you a lot of money, right? So on £1,850, sure, I hit my target, but on my account balance, I'm down £150. That £150, whilst it's, it's good and it's close, you can lose a lot of money trying to round it up by going into market casually, trying to flip the money up to that amount. So you've got to be careful of things like that. When you have your own personal particular goal, it's got nothing to do with the market, you can come at a cropper, right? Fine. So what happened was the market had been bullish, it's gone up. If you looked at my previous videos, you know where I feel the market's going to be heading over the next year or so, which is very bullish, up to the 20,000 mark. We're trading the DAX, of course, yeah, and we're hovering around the highs, all-time highs now. So the situation was that I got a call from my son's school saying that my son had been misbehaving and they were going to send him to another school, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's just a nightmare. But the bottom line was that they wanted me and my ex-missus to be present at this new school with my son at 8:30 in the morning, right? Now, this school is an awkward school because I could get there by underground, but I have to walk quite a distance to go to the underground and then go all the way over there. It was only about 2-3 stops on the underground east in Essex area. Or I could pedal there on my bicycle. Now, if I pedal there on my bicycle, I don't know what sort of impression I'm going to be given in my bicycle club or whatever. But I was up most of the night because I was concerned about my son being a typical rebellious teenager. And I didn't get much sleep. That was one point. The next point was I decided to cycle to this school. The school itself is about 3 or 4 miles away. Oddly enough, it was uphill. You have to go uphill for quite a distance and then you go downhill. Now, I cycled and I was about 10 minutes away from the school and I decided to go to a cafe at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, I went into a cafe. I ordered myself a cup of tea, and as I sat down with my cup of tea, the self-sabotage set in. That self-sabotage said, Peter, put a trade on. This is 8 o'clock, by the way. So Peter, put a trade on and just get the £150. I was trading at £10 a point, so we're talking about 15 ticks. So you get the £150, you've rounded it up to 2,000, you're going to be very happy. And it's a good way to start the day, said the little voice inside my head. And hey, I know it's 8 o'clock, I know the meeting is 8:30, you've got 15 minutes to do this trade. So like an idiot, I put the trade on, I waited 15 minutes, it wasn't really going my way, and then I cycled down to the school reception, and this is what happened next. Yeah, this is how the day played out, right? It's about there, there, 8 o'clock. Now, should and had I been in front of my screen, that would be a perfect sell. As it is, I ended up losing 400 quid. So now that £150, which is going to round me up to 2,000, I'm now well down. I was well gutted. And of course, this is what I saw that I was £400 down just before I went in with the teacher, my ex-wife, and my son to discuss about the school situation. So I couldn't really do anything until I got back home, of which, of course, I'd done my revenge trading to, that song by Michael Jackson, I Want You Back. Yeah, remember that song? Well, that revenge trading pushed my my money down even further. There's a song by P.P. Arnold, which we were told when I was on the trading floor at Snyder Trading Associates, which is a play on a proper tune. It's called "The First Stop is the Cheapest." Remember that. Your first stop is the cheapest. Yeah, it's actually playing the song called "The First Cut is the Deepest." But unfortunately, my revenge trading pushed it down even further. And at the end of the day, from the £1,850 which I had, I was literally, I think maybe, let's say £900. Yeah. And obviously, I've done the most trades. At that point. Okay. I was really gutted. I did manage to pull some back the next day, but a lot of damage has been done. Now, let's have a look at what this looks like on my P&L. Yeah. Ooh. So, if you look at my P&L, let's see if we can get this all in correctly. This has all got to be in correctly. Come on. Let's get it all in. Yeah, all in. So let's have a look. Let's study this a bit, guys. Yeah. So that was my, this is the update where I've gone long. You see how great that was. Yeah. And this is, this is for my standing start. Boom. I've done pretty well. Okay. Then, sorry, this is just, this is for the previous week. Yeah, this is not my overall amount. Yeah, this is last week. Yeah, it's not a cumulative. This is where I lost my money in the cafe. This is my revenge trading, and you can see how much it deepens even more. You know, at that point, if I had just said, you know what, just take on the chin, be a man, take your losses, yeah, then it wouldn't have been so bad. But by trying to fight it back, gain a little bit, lose a lot, okay, then, this is where the damage sort of sets in. So if we look at how did that play out in terms of scores on the draws, let's have a look at this, yeah? Sorry about this. But, it's important that you see this, guys. You've got to know what a losing streak looks like, because you don't get to see it often on this bloody YouTube nonsense. Yeah. So this is. So okay. So all trading. Previous week, all trading. Yeah. So the previous week. So okay. So yeah. Overall, I was up £626, but that is from the high. That is the top of it. Yeah, all the way down. My win-lose ratio is 52%, which is still quite good. I've done 71 trades, 37 winning, 34 losing. Now, yeah, this is quite a lot of trades in a way. If you think about it in a week, that's almost excuse me as I take a sip. Yeah, in a week that's like 14 trades a day. I can assure you that I've done most of them, like from here 20 to here 54. Okay, you can see I've done 34 trades in that day to try and recuperate and recover. Didn't turn out very well, did it? Okay, so let's have a look at this week. No, I mean, first of all, I want you to just understand, yeah, that was a negative thing. What's going on there is I've got personal issues, and I'm going to allow two things. Number one, I'm trying to round up. I'm trying to tell the market this is what I need in my life. And the market is saying, I don't care if you need another £1 to get to 2,000. I go where I want to go. That's the first thing. Second thing is preparation. It was absolutely nonsense to do a random trade, 15 minutes, before an important meeting. Yeah, that is sabotage. I have a video explaining what you're supposed to do when you feel or aware of self-sabotage. Okay, and we do this for certain reasons. It is that big monster, like we see in the film Forbidden Planet, yeah, which will hold you back in trading. There's a number of trading videos I've noticed out there talking about how psychology is not relevant. I swear to God, these guys haven't got a bloody clue. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. Psychology is the biggest factor which will hold you back in your trading, without a doubt. Psychology. And winning and having mastery over yourself, especially self-sabotage, will make sure you will become a very profitable trader. That's a fact. So let's go over what we've done so far for the current quarter. So we can see here that from a standing start, it's grown, went up to 2,222. This is on a £450 trading capital. I've taken out about £650 altogether. Taking out £650 altogether. So I will never lose the capital I put in because I'm now trading off its profits. Here, this week, it's been a bad week. And the reason for that is because I've been trading whilst I'm working. I'm actually doing leaflet delivery as a side hustle. Just two reasons really. It's really interesting going to different council estates. I'm learning a heck of a lot about London, about the demographics, about social housing, about private housing, just different areas of London. I find it really fascinating. Also gives me a good value as to what my daily rate is doing this. I have to speak a bit of selling in this role, and when I have that daily rate, it helps with that when I'm trading. Say, hey, look, this is 2 or 3 or 4 days worth of work here, if you like. But I was trading whilst I was going around selling and giving out leaflets, can you believe? And this is just ridiculous. Also self-sabotage. So I need to do a bit of a head case as to why I'm sort of deliberately self-sabotaging myself on here. So let's have a look at current quarter. So overall, I'm up £1,400. So literally, it's 3 times the money I put in, virtually. Yeah. Well, it's more than 3 times. It's more than 300%. And this is with big dips. This is with big losses. But look at my ratio. It's 50-50. Yeah. And 152 trades. 50-50 again. Winning and losing. So, how do you make money if it's 50-50? You should say. If you've got, because you're thinking, if you've got a £1 coin and you flip it over and you get 50-50, then, it's equals to even Stevens, but that's not the case. And the reason for that is because when I'm in a trade, it's how you manage that trade, which will determine how profitable you are. Okay, you only need a little bit. So here we go. Look, worst loss and worst trade, 393. That was the one which I told you about. That was my worst trade. Interestingly enough, my best trade was 400. I don't even remember that trade. Probably something to do with here. I'm not really interested in that. It doesn't really resonate with me. It's something I wanted to go that way. It's gone right. Average wins is 73. Average losses 54. Well, as long as the average win is more than the average loss and it's 50-50, no problem. But the Sharpe ratio is off the scale. It's off the scale. Okay, so that's it for now. I hope that you have got something out of this, really. Yeah, I think you need to understand that what is achievable. Yeah, I spoke with someone recently, which I'll go into on my other channel, and I asked him, what sort of percentage do you think I can get in like a month? And in his mind, it was like 10%. I spoke with another chap who I was working with, and he said, oh yeah, trading. Yeah, you know, you've got to get like sort of 2%. And I'm like, 2% on your money, 10% on your money. I don't know what that relates to. This is what is available. This is what is achievable. All those losses which have happened there are so avoidable, it's unreal. I will teach you how to avoid those losses on my course. If you're interested, I do have a course, online course, and you can go for it. It teaches you how to avoid those losses. But generally, this is with a big drawdown. That was avoidable. That from here to there was avoidable. Even this to there was avoidable. This is what I was doing, I think literally today, really. Trading when I shouldn't be trading, yeah. That here was another lazy trade. Acceptable losses. Unacceptable. Okay, so look, I'll leave you with that. Just have a think about that. Think about when you're trading and you're losing, what's going through your mind? Yeah? What is really going through your mind? What are you thinking? What are you fearing? Is it because you don't want to be wrong? Is it because you know the money's so important to you? Or is it you're just distracted? Or you know, whatever. Have a think about when you're losing money, what does it feel like? Why do you feel that you're losing that money? Think about how you're losing that money, okay? And then once you can do that, then you can start making amends to correct it. That's it. Over and out.